Welcome to WT History. In this series, we list all the major events that happened in the world in a year, starting from 1776 to 2024. On February 16th, the United States Supreme Court delivered a major ruling in Barron v. Baltimore, deciding that the Bill of Rights applied only to the federal government, not to the states, a precedent that would shape American law for over a century. Then, on May 6th, while visiting Alexandria, Virginia, President Andrew Jackson survived an assassination attempt, highlighting the rising political tensions of his presidency. Across the border, tragedy struck on May 11th, when the British brig Lady of the Lake sank off Cape St. Francis in Newfoundland, claiming 265 lives, with only 15 survivors. A few weeks later, on June 29th, William Fraser Tolmie, a fur trader at Fort Nisqually, recorded the first written eyewitness account of an earthquake in the Puget Sound region. On July 20th, anti-Mormon sentiment turned violent in Jackson County, Missouri, as a mob destroyed the printing press of the early Latter-day Saints Church, which was producing what would later be known as the Doctrine and Covenants. But there was also progress. On August 12th, a settlement of 350 pioneers founded Chicago, Illinois, on the banks of the Chicago River, planting the seed for one of America's greatest cities. Then, on August 18th, the Canadian ship SS Royal William left Nova Scotia and steamed across the Atlantic Ocean to England, one of the first vessels to cross the ocean mostly under steam power. On September 2nd, Oberlin College was founded in Ohio. This institution would soon become a pioneering force in racial and gender inclusion in American higher education. A stunning sight lit up the skies on November 12th and 13th as the Leonid meteor shower dazzled North America. The display inspired the phrase and later the jazz standard, "Stars Fell on Alabama." In December, the fight against slavery gained momentum with the founding of the American Anti-Slavery Society, a key player in the abolitionist cause. This year also marked the founding of McKesson Corporation, which began as a healthcare partnership and would grow into a pharmaceutical giant, and the establishment of Kalamazoo College in Michigan. On February 6th, Prince Otto Friedrich Ludwig of Bavaria arrived at Nafplio to officially assume the title King Othon I of Greece, solidifying the newly independent kingdom's monarchy. Back in Germany, on May 6th, mathematicians Carl Friedrich Gauss and Wilhelm Weber received permission to build an electromagnetic telegraph, laying early groundwork for modern communication. A milestone in scientific history came on June 5th, when Ada Lovelace was introduced to Charles Babbage by Mary Somerville. This meeting would blossom into a partnership that helped shape early concepts of computing. On July 5th, during Portugal's liberal wars, the forces of Queen Maria II triumphed at the Battle of Cape St. Vincent, dealing a blow to her uncle, King Miguel, who had seized power in 1828. On August 1st, King William's College opened on the Isle of Man, becoming an enduring institution of learning. That same month, on August 26th, Switzerland saw the division of the Canton of Basel into Basel City and Basel Country, a response to deep-rooted political conflict. On August 28th, the British Slavery Abolition Act received royal assent, beginning the legal process to free slaves across much of the British Empire. Set to take effect in August 1834, the act also earmarked £20 million in compensation to slave owners, a landmark yet morally complex step in ending slavery. Just a day later, on August 29th, Britain passed the Factory Acts, imposing limits on child labor, an early move in the long campaign for workers' rights. But tragedy struck on August 31st, when the ship Amphitrite sank off the coast of France, claiming the lives of over 120 people, including female convicts and children bound for Australia. In Spain, on September 29th, Isabella II became queen at just 3 years old. Her accession sparked the First Carlist War, as her uncle Don Carlos challenged her right to the throne. Meanwhile, Alfred Lord Tennyson published his famed poem Ulysses on October 20th, reflecting themes of perseverance and identity. A mystery deepened on December 14th, when Kaspar Hauser, a German youth shrouded in intrigue, was stabbed under suspicious circumstances. He died 3 days later, fueling theories of royal lineage and conspiracy. Just days after, on December 18th, the Russian Empire's national anthem, God Save the Tsar, was publicly performed for the first time. The world of science also saw a turning point as Anselm Payen discovered diastase, the first enzyme ever identified, laying the groundwork for modern biochemistry. Meanwhile, Greece recaptured the Acropolis of Athens, reuniting with one of its most treasured historical sites. Elsewhere in education, Madras College was founded in St. Andrews, Scotland, adding to the region's academic legacy. In the South Atlantic, on January 3rd, the United Kingdom reasserted its sovereignty over the Falkland Islands, a claim that would ignite future geopolitical disputes. On April 1st, Antonio López de Santa Anna was elected President of Mexico. Known for his charisma and military prowess, Santa Anna frequently left the governing to his vice president, Valentin Gómez Farías, as he waged war. Meanwhile, the Ottoman Empire ratified the peace agreement of Kütahya on May 6th, ending the Egyptian-Ottoman War and restoring a fragile regional balance. On May 10th, discontent erupted in southern Vietnam as Le Van Khoi revolt broke out in protest against Emperor Minh Mang, who had desecrated the grave of revered leader Le Van Duyet. Soon after, on May 25th, Chile's Constitution of 1833 was promulgated, a document that would shape Chilean politics for nearly a century. A surprising milestone came on June 9th, when Dubai gained independence from Britain and was founded as a city, a modest beginning for what would become a global metropolis. On July 8th, the Treaty of Hunkaru-Skellici forged an alliance between the Ottoman Empire and Russia, stirring tensions with Western European powers. Disaster struck China on September 6th, when an 8.0 magnitude earthquake devastated Yunnan province, killing over 6,000 people. An even stronger quake followed on November 25th, when an 8.7 magnitude earthquake hit Sumatra, shaking the region now known as Indonesia. And finally, in Siam, Prince Mongkut founded the Dhammayut Buddhist Reform Movement, aiming to restore discipline and scriptural study to Buddhist monastic life, a key step in Thai religious history. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more journeys through the past.